chase the truck man and ignite that Tyler and run. That we want to find. Take time drive, man. I'm bed me down here, yo.
My truck can't move.
I'm bed me down here, yo, brother. You come with a terrible speed.
Alright. If the car get licked from, if I right exactly in front of Cummins gate, that's all. See area. And best place I don't have Tiffany anti gate back at fire truck there. The car there, here. Behavior and bus get licked. Behavior and bus get licked. Now when you down, bus pull up and come back on road. See? Behavior and bus get licked. Alright. Walk again. Leave your bus when buy one here. Get licked. Look on debris on the road. Look on here. Watch out. Here, it's a layer bus. And the glass is out. Watch out. It's a tank step. Alright. See that here.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The accident that you just saw was said to have taken place at a place that is called Poor Man's Corner, that is in Yallas. Yallas is in St. Thomas. Now, it was less than probably a week ago when there was a next big accident, including at least 5 vehicles, in which a vehicle under Civic was blazing like a mad bat out of hell, turn over a septic truck, lick up at least 3 taxis, some Probox, all other sorts of vehicle. Well, people, it seems as if those persons are the person, the driver that causes, did not see the video or it did not make a difference to him because he did the same thing over and over. And people, like they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And even worse, a wise man learns from his mistake. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. Obviously, these people are not learning. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, and this is based on the picture that is on your screen as I speak, based on an article that was allegedly sent out by the Gleaner newspaper, this is what the picture looks like, and this is what the caption reads. Justin appeal court frees Mavado's son, co-accused of murder. Now, people, I did not get a chance to validate or verify this information. I got it from several persons, but this is social media. Believe half of what you see and half of what you hear. Now, when I saw this, I said to myself, well, I know that any suspect that is accused, charged, and convicted of murder, they have the option for appeal. They can take it to at least the Privy Council. So I know that this youth was found guilty, and I thought that he had appealed it, and I thought that the appeal was turned down. However, when I'm seeing this now, I am caught off guard. I am caught shocked because I did not expect a decision based on the fact that I thought that, and I am not 100% sure, I had heard that his appeal was turned down. Now, people, I don't know what might have changed. Don't know if the fact that he was kind of about 15 or 16 at the time when it is alleged that he took away that person. However, on 2 sides of the spectrum, the family of the victim, they are going to be ticked off because they lost a family member in such a brutal fashion. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we know that Mavado, who is the father, the family members, father and mother of this son, he is or they are going to be very, very elated. Now, I don't know exactly what could have taken place because it went to trial, based on the graphic nature, based on the evidence, physical, and also everything else that was there presented at the court. It is said that the evidence was overwhelming. However, in a cases like these, murder cases, there are always technicality in which suspect can beat it on. Is that one of those cases, people? Me not really know. But what I do know is that if this is true, and this is correct information, Mavado is going to be elated. Mavado is going to be elated because based on the information that was out there, it is said that the son went and defended his father, Mavado, who was in a conflict with some people somewhere in the adjoining area of Cassava Peace. It is said that there was some sorts of clash, all sorts of gunshot, raid, threats being made. Mavado then ran to the police station in a Cassava Peace, yes, Cassava Peace, Constant Spring Police Station, gave in himself. Now, when this incident took place, persons were jeering Mavado, who was the Gully side, versus the Gaza. You know that there's a big war and clash between Mavado and Vice Cartel, Gully versus Gaza. People were saying or claiming that Mavado is a coward in pig fight and then him run go a police station. Well, people, it is said that it was based on that motive, that his son and other persons decided that they were going to revenge whatever issues that he had with the person who was said to be the victim. The victim was pretty much taken in. He was chop up, he was burned, he was shot. It was very bad, people. Me don't know how this youth beat it. It must be on some sorts of technicality because based on what I said before, it seems as if the evidence was overwhelming. Could it be because of his age? But the fact that his co-accused was also released, that means that the prosecution must have fumbled the ball somewhat, I am assuming. So the next thing that is popping in the news is some updates as it pertains to squash and conversations, text messages that I shared with somebody that works with the government, ICE, Immigration, Customs, Border Patrol. So I text him this morning and I asked the question, good morning, how are you? Quick question. Is it possible that Squash will still face the gun charges and the marriage fraud case before he's being deported? The response that I get, and I am going to show you on the screen as I speak, possibility, yea or nay. Once he is done with immigration, the county may want him to serve time. They can be choosy on what they want to do. They may feel him getting deported is good enough. But if the judge gives him a final order of deportation when he goes to court, and he has a good lawyer or he has a lawyer, it goes on to say, so I am sure that they will be prolonging the inevitable. Also, if he is ordered deported, he can appeal it, which is now taking almost 1 year. But he will still have to be in custody. He will still have to remain in custody. The text goes on to say, let me check if the court date has changed. I said, thanks. She then responded, or he then responded. So on the first arrest, he was released on bond. We have canceled the bond because he breached the bond requirement. Therefore, he will not get a next bond. His fate is up with the judge. And based on the changes, he does not stand a chance. So they may prosecute him. Now, people, yesterday I did a video and I said that Squash is going to be deported. The truth and the fact is that it is inevitable that he is going to get deported, fly high or fly low. The options are this, the fact that he is in immigration custody in a Chrome. The state might transfer it to the feds. The state or the feds might prosecute him on those gun charge and the marriage fraud. He could get charged for the guns, meaning the sawed-off and also the chip Glock, or he could get charged separately for the marriage fraud, whether it is state or federal. Whatever he does, whatever decision that the immigration judge makes, that is going to be dependent on the communication with the relevant authority. So if the system is going out for blood and they not only want to deport him after his crimes that he committed lately, then he will have to do the time for those crimes, whichever are those charges that he's faced or charged and convicted with, which he will be, it is an obvious breach. So people, me just say, whether he is going to leave today, appeal the bond, appeal the immigration case, it does not make any sorts of difference. I think that he is going to be buying time because he does not want to face the music in Jamaica. Based on what the police is doing and based on the fact that it is said that he was wanted for a couple of murders and shooting back in Jamaica, I think that he would rather to face the pretty court and the pretty system in America than to go back to Jamaica and face the wrath, which is inevitable, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an upstart that we see going on in the school between the school board, the Ministry of Education, and an artist, 15-year-old known as Lyri. Lyrii, 3 eyes. He has a song that is called Respect. That song has about over in excess of 1 million views. 15-year-old lyrically charged. However, the lyrics that are in the song is not of an age of somebody that is said to be 15. This youth's lyrical ability is probably as good or better than most dancehall artists that I've seen in the history of dancehall. Check out his song. He is called Lyri, Lyrii. The song is called Respect. I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to what the education minister has to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
And I think it's really important to note that this young man has talent. That's clear, he has talent. But the question is, how do we nurture that talent? How do we use that talent? Oh my goodness, when you have talent like that at 15 years old, the world is your oyster. There is no need for these lyrics. And even here at Post Cab, we had Minister Grange answering a question about the nature of the music that our young people are encountering. And it's not wholesome, it's not uplifting, it's not helping them to be better. And so for this young man, I want to see him successful, but I want to see his lyrics be the kind of lyrics that's going to take our young people to another level. And I know he can do it, and I know those around him can help him to do it. And that's really what our focus should be.
Now, people, what the education minister is saying is factual. She has the best interests of the youth as a student, as a child, as an artist. His God-given talent cannot be even questioned. He's lyrical, he has delivery, he has everything that it takes to be a dancehall artist. However, some person are saying that his lyrics is very foul. And for a 15-year-old, that should not be coming or spewing out of the mouth of a 15-year-old youth. It is sexually charged. It is explicit. It is like the typical chopper song that is out there. However, he is even much better than some of your favorite artists. And based on his age, it tells you that this youth has a bright future. The point is that everybody wants what is best. And whenever Jamaicans hear a 15-year-old with all sorts of SCXUAL content in a video, and him a slap up some big woman on them ass, and he's in all sorts of position with all sorts of older women, it does not look good, because at the end of the day, it would be considered as child abuse. But here's the harsh reality. If this youth was singing a song and telling the kids, stay in school, uplift your grades, do the right thing, listen to your parents, nobody would give a FUCK. The fact that he is a part of the new generation, and this new generation have zero morals, zero ethics. I say this to say that if him sing about spice, making a cure for AIDS, nobody would care. If him sing about jacking up and backing up spice, everybody would be talking, tongues would be wagging. The fact is this, SEXL, negativity sells, raunchy lyrics sell, raw lyrics sell. So if you want to bust or you want to remain non-existent, you have to do something that is outlandish. Am I saying that it is the right thing to do? No, I am not saying that. I am just saying go and check the statistics on social media. People do not care about decency, morals, and ethics anymore. It is a anything goes world. So that means that the more that you can be a shock value artist, is a better chance, the better possibility or probability of you busting. So do you want to be relevant? Do you want to broke out of brokenness? Do you want to make money even if you have to push the envelope a little bit? Because that is what it seems as if people like, whether we want to believe it or not. Positivity do not sell, negativity sell. Raw and raunchy and explicit lyrics, that is what seems to sell. Sad to say, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, Please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.